They're just saying hi, that's all. The train's just saying hi. I'm about to take Lynn out. Good afternoon, everyone. Build it and they will come. And look, you did. We're here. Momentum Bike Park in Joplin, Missouri is open. It was just 9 months ago we stood here and broke ground on this project. February the 24th of this year. We knew then how excited everyone was, so the project team got to work. And here we are today, opening this new, amazing attraction in Joplin for Joplin. It's been a team effort. Projects of this magnitude don't happen fast, at least not on the front end. We've had citizens raise awareness about the need for a bike park in the Parks and Recreation Study just 5 years ago in 2020. They talked to us, the City Council, the Visitors Bureau, and anyone else that would listen about building something like this. And in 2021, Joplin voters supported this project with the renewal of the Park and Stormwater Sales Tax. So thank you to all of you who kept the dream alive. And you backed it with the new sales tax renewal. The project was one of many on the list, and then there was a small thing called ARPA, American Rescue Plan Act. This was an opportunity to seek grant funding to supplement our tax dollars to make it regional and a local draw, providing more to do in Joplin while attracting more visitors in our community. Our city staff worked with our consultant, Guidehouse. We applied for many grants, one of which was the Missouri Department of Economic Development ARPA Local Tourism Grant. That's a whole mouthful. Which provided over $1.5 million to make this project bigger and better. In fact, we hear from people as far away as Colorado talking about coming to this bike park while it was under construction and saying that it's the largest bike park in the state of Missouri. I want to personally thank our state partners who are here today for their support of this project and appreciate them joining us to celebrate the opening of this incredible bike park in Joplin. Let's give a round of applause and a thank you to Brian Schwartz from the Department of Economic Development, Regional Engagement, Representative for our area. Stephen Phelps, Director of the Missouri Division of Tourism. Where are you at, Steve? I also want to recognize the team that worked together to build this beautiful and fun 95 acres park. Their key organizations had specific skill sets and used them to build what we're standing in today. Let's thank them. SWT Designs for the engineering and design work, along with the International Mountain Bicycling Association who built the trails. Crossland Construction, our main contractor, which got the site ready for a unique recreational space that will be thrilling and exciting. Crossland, are you here today? American Ramp Company, you know their headquarters right here in Joplin. They do this kind of work around the world, and they got to do a project right here at home for their very neighbors. That is so cool. They're experts in building fun and challenging bike park elements and to energize and inspire riders of all ages. This is evident in how they provided the specialty construction for Momentum Park. Please, they don't just build these, they ride these. I got to watch video of some of their workers riding some of these things. You will never find me doing that. And they got to share their industry experience with us so we can connect with the riders. And of course, goes without saying, our city staff, including the Parks and Recreation crews. Where's Paul Bloomberg, the Director of Parks? There he is. Been on the front lines and a part of this dream from the beginning. They will also be the ones that are going to maintain it, because people, they say, you're going to build it, now who's going to take care of the parks is? We're going to do that. Paul's going to make sure of it. It's an exciting day for our community. It's a day like no other day because it's raining like the dickens. It's raining and you're still here. You're still over there writing, doing things that we're putting in the hospital, by the way. This isn't just a new park. It will truly become a tourist destination. And it's all right. Who's looking at races here? People are going to come here from all over the United States of America to ride in our park right here in our own backyard. We're here to open the largest municipal bike park in Missouri, Momentum Bike Park. I want to invite now to the podium the director of our Visitor Bureau to tell us a little bit more about what we'll see out here today, what we're going to experience out here today, and what we can expect over the coming days, months, and years as this park is part of our community now. So I give you today Patrick Tucker.
This is actually a crossland event today of the Testing Pavilion. From a tourism perspective, the concept of a grant for the bike park came from an email from my colleague, Stephen Faust, the director of the tourism office back in March of 2022. His email informed that GMOs across the state, destination marketing organizations like Visit Joplin, that a COVID relief grant may soon be available, and get your thoughts together and put things in line. We already had the idea of a bike park in the back pocket. The fund just made us much more positive about it. A few months later, our application was ready for submission. A conceptual tourism project was proposed, aimed to establish a state-of-the-art community asset anticipated to significantly increase the number of tourists in Joplin. A public venue for outdoor recreational activities, particularly one that would create a heightened interest in local, regional, and national levels, and serve tourism-related entities that directly benefit from tourism-generated revenue. The development of the new cycling-focused park was derived with diverse amenities and skill levels, including a single-track mountain bike trail, gravity-fed downhill trails, a bike playground, a competition-grade Wellness Solutions Park, which is the one right behind you, which was proposed for the intention of positioning Joplin as a regional cycling destination. Now, it never was our intention to compete with Northwest Arkansas. And those of you who ride down there know how competitive that could be. But we do know that people coming from west of us and north of us are coming right through here to go to Northwest Arkansas. So it gave us an opportunity to present to them an opportunity to tune up, maybe before they hit the big slopes down there, or one more shot at a ride before they head back home. We want to capture them in any direction we possibly can. Not to mention, this is very valuable for our own citizens, our own folks, to learn these skills and develop it. And you can tell by all the ages that are out here, it's going to be amazing. Momentum Bike Park is ready to be Joplin's premier destination. A park that would not have been possible as quickly as it developed without the local tourism grant that the mayor mentioned, the support of Missouri DED, as well as the Missouri Division of Tourism. The mayor mentioned that Brian Schwartz is here and Stephen Faust is here. I want to thank both of them for their assistance. I don't know who's here from finance, if Leslie's here and all that team, but Guidehouse, all those folks worked diligently to make sure this grant worked, as well as a host of other grants that have coming around for the city. I want to thank all of them. The challenges you all had to jump through, the uphill battles, you matched by the downhill thrills, the sweaty, adrenaline-pumping political battles you all had to give us to make sure this grant and this project never ended its momentum. Today, we transition from that group's efforts to users of the new community tourism amenity. We thank you all. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the gatekeeper of this park and all of our parks, our parks director, Paul Bloomberg.
Thanks everybody for being here. It's kind of nice going after these two because they already stole my thunder. So I've done that to the mayor once before, so yeah, no thunder today. Obviously this is another milestone for our park system. We've been really busy here lately with projects. Obviously a few weeks ago we just broke ground for our Ebor Splash Park in Ice River. That's going to be another one coming to the public and the citizens of Joplin here real soon. This gives us this park. It's been a long time coming. We really needed this park. These kids pouring out and the kids are just getting soaked and loving it. It's awesome. You couldn't think of anything better to do. We selected a great crew to do this project. SWT Design did an amazing job designing this park. And then having Crossland Construction manage it and all the subs they brought in. And of course, we couldn't have done this without American Ramp Company in our own backyard. Great team. Excited to work with all of them. I even broke out my bike and rode it here. I've been made fun of because it's from the 90s. It's okay. I traded my shotgun for it. So I got it out. I even bought a brand new bike helmet. I'm thrilled about this. It's all about bikes and nature and everything. This place is huge, but a nice little thing that we added. And for those who maybe older and not want to ride a bike, we do have a nature trail. We have almost a mile nature trail out here that you may not know of that goes along Turkey Creek and up to Zora. So there's something out here for everybody. It's a beautiful park. The bridge, when we walk over to the bridge later, it's just amazing, okay? The Joplin deserves this. I'm so excited to see all of you here today. I didn't anticipate this much with the rain, but the rain follows me whenever we have an event, so I do apologize. Really, that's all I wanted to say because they already told the story. They did a great job. So I'd like to introduce John Hunter, the president and CEO of American Ramp Company, so he can say a few words about the park.
I've had a lot of people ask me about these hats, so I'll be selling them on the back of my truck for $250. I might sell a few. This is a historic day. Really, I think for Joplin. For us, those of you who don't know, American Ramp Company's been in this community for 27 years. Last week, we celebrated our 27th year. Started out at the garage by making emails. We have the pleasure of making an impact in communities throughout the world. We've done projects in 47 countries, every state. We're working with somebody north of the Arctic Circle. There's a little town like Barrow, Alaska that's dark now for, 6 weeks. We're talking to them about building a park. So everybody wants a place to recreate, a place to get outside and connect with people. And now Joplin has something that truly is proper and amazing and world class. And so that's a pretty big deal. Like, this facility really is a world class facility. We can tell you because we design and build them all over the world. And for us, that's huge. We can invite people to our community, visit our facility, bring them out here to showcase what a well-designed and built bike park looks like and the impact that it'll have on a community. And in case you guys didn't know, Joplin is a bike town that just didn't have a bike park. Yeah. Look around. Joplin, 4, 5, 6 years ago, Christine and I and a group helped to make sure that Joplin was the first community in the state of Missouri for every single kindergarten class to have an all-kids bike, learn to ride as part of kindergarten PE curriculum in their schools. Now those kids have a fun, safe, amazing place to ride and keep progressing in those skills. So we couldn't be more proud to be a part of this project. It's special for us. Now we can just cruise down the road at lunchtime, make a few laps, and cruise back to work. And I think if you do that, you get an extra 15 minutes of lunch. That's something we should start. But you have to somehow prove it, like you record your Strava. And don't ride back slowly. But I want to recognize a few people. We talk about all the time in our company that it literally takes everyone to make something like this happen. And we'll get together, and people that work in the shop or don't get to actually visit these parks. It's hard for us to illustrate, to explain the impact that it makes on a community. So once a month, we'll have lunch and we'll show them pictures and videos. This is something that they can actually come, see, enjoy with their families, and show that their hard work, what that does, and the impact it makes on the community and the people in it. But a few people that I want to point out. One, Roy Sawyer, who's over here somewhere, is the project manager for this. Roy was here every day, making sure that everything went well, while also managing some other projects. He literally he's written and inspected every inch of this park. He even tested some of the safety features of the return line. Roy's an amazing rider. He could backflip over that, but he had probably his worst injury ever, doing the most pedestrian thing on the return line that he'll never live down. The first proper injury here. And then also, and I'll invite him to the podium, Cole Beckham, who's our lead designer. He's a VP of design for American Land Company. But the cool thing about this is Cole was also an advocate for a proper bike park in Joplin before he even worked for our company. So it's completely full circle. Now he's the one out here doing QC from a design perspective and leading people on rides. So Cole, come on up.
Thanks, John. Yeah, so appreciate the introduction. Like John said, my name is Cole Beckham. I am both a lead advocate for the cycling community here in town and bike park designer at ARC. As you're about to see, I'm a lot better at designing bike parks than public speaking, so there's that. I just want to say it's so amazing to be standing here in front of all of you today at the ribbon cutting of Momentum Bike Park. A couple months back, I was showing my little sister this park for the first time, and she looked around and said, wow, this doesn't even feel like Joplin. And that really stuck with me because she's right. This isn't just the opening of a new park, it represents something bigger for Joplin. I think what this represents is a new identity, a growing outdoor culture, an investment in our youth and in healthy living, and it gives people across the region a reason to visit Joplin again. I am truly blessed that I get the opportunity to travel all around the country designing and riding some of the largest bike parks. And let me be the first to tell you, not only is this the best municipal bike park in Missouri, this is one of the top 10 in the entire country right now. Yeah, that's something to be proud of. On that note, I also had a list of people to thank. High on that list was Roy Sawyer. Again, his leadership and oversight of this project really shaped what's out here today. So thank you, Roy. I wanted to say thank you to the American Land Company family. I think everyone absolutely crushed it on this one. For our team, this park represents late nights, problem solving, craftsmanship, collaboration, pride, and giving back to our community. This project is just another example of what makes ARC such a special place to work. Big thank you to Crossing Construction, our general contractor, seeing this project through with the quality it deserved. And thank you to the construction crews out here in the middle of summer, putting in that sweat equity and building something truly special. And then I want to thank our public officials and city council. You guys listened, you believed in this project, and you empowered the community to make something like this possible. And then finally, thank you to the community. Everyone who showed up, supported this idea, believed in what we could build together. This is for you guys. Now, that's all I have. Let's cut the ribbon and get this thing going.
Not yet. Since we're saying, thanks to everybody. I know he said city officials, but I also want to make sure everybody knows, our park board recommended this project of one of many of the parks and stormwater, and then obviously our city council approved it. So without our city officials, this wouldn't be here, and obviously the voters, they wouldn't be here. So I want to make sure that they get recognized. And then I don't know if John Hippel's here. but with sign designs. And give it up to him on the sign. You know, ARC did the Momentum logo for us, but John, I was like, John, you can't do any more projects for anybody in the city, any customers. We have to have this by November 24th. True story. Holy crap, he got it done for us. I mean, today he got it done. So, so anyway, yeah. So now, you know, this is our dry run today. We wanted to open this up for our community, right? Before we open it up for it, yeah, dry. So this is our dry run, but I also have some other news. Since we wanted to have our local community first, right? Because we know this is going to be huge, nationally, regional. You know, we get it, but we want to have a grand opening on a bigger scale. And so on May 2nd of 2026 is when we're going to have our big, huge grand opening, okay? We're going to have, it's just going to be vendors and music, and we'll have people out here performing stunts and all sorts of stuff. It's just going to be a grand time for our grand opening. Also, we are in the beginning of planning an annual festival that we like to do every year. We want to do that in the fall. Because I know you haven't been out here, but in the fall, it is just amazing out here with the colors, with all the trees. So when we get that out, we'll announce all those dates, and then, you know, it's just going to be amazing. Now I'd like to invite Richard Husky up here, Chamber Ambassador, to the podium. Let's get this ribbon cut. And, yeah.
Everybody, as we get up here and get ready to cut this ribbon, I want to say one more thing really fast. I've been in the city politics, part of the city government for a long time now. And one of the things I consistently heard all the time was there's nothing to do in Joplin. Hey Joplin, here you go.
Well, I'm not Richard Husky. I'm the other Richard Chambers. But, hey, I've noticed we've had some real polite applause for a number of folks, and that's all good and appropriate. But I think we really need to let everyone know what we really think about this. So let's just have a nice big cheer for what you really think about all this on the count of three, all right? 1, 2, 3. Now that's what we needed, right? Hey, I'm just going to take just a quick second and I'll pass this along. But I'm an ex-BMX racer when I was young. Gary right over here, we raced together. And Gary and I were just talking a moment ago. When we weren't racing on the tracks, during the week we were on our bikes all over town. And we would pitch in, scrape up some money, find some spare lumber, and we'd build our own ramps and jump trash cans and different things and do all kinds of crazy things. We both just said, what would it have been like to have this back then? So it's wonderful to have this in our community. It's great not just for the kids, but for all ages, and all riding styles and levels, experience, and so just a wonderful, wonderful addition to Joplin. Biking is extremely popular. It has a good impact on communities. Gary can attest to that in Northwest Arkansas. But thank you to all of those that have been involved in this. This is a wonderful, wonderful development. And with that said, on behalf of the Joplin Chamber and Southwest Missouri Bank as the sponsor of the Ambassadors Group, I would just like to thank everybody involved. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what a wonderful development.
Is it time to cut the ribbon? Bring that ribbon on up here. Christina, Grayson. We're going to go in front.
I'll get it for the rest of it. This is when I'm going out. Hey, Aaron. Aaron. I can get it back here. Yeah, sure. I'll get it. I'm right here.
Look up there. He's gonna count it down. So act like you're gonna cut it, and then she's gonna count. And on the count of 3, then cut it.
All right.
Okay?
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
Hello? Hey, if you're not on a bike, follow this trail up here to the bridge. We're gonna get a photo. We're gonna get a photo and some video of a group of people on the bike coming across the bridge together. We wanted that for a photo to help us promote the bike park.
So we'll give you a quick look at it, all right? I'm Shannon Becker, KLEM News Now, Joplin News First. It's the Momentum Bike Park. What's up? So we'll put the bit link for more details in the comments, all right? We'll do some more live videos here coming up in just a few minutes. KLEM News Now. Despite the rain, look at this. Huge crowd. It's like a bazaar. You enter off of Lone Elm and West Soccer Field Drive, the former Dover Hill Soccer Complex.